Hello, I'm here again for another lesson of Computing Fundamentals. In this lesson, you will learn about cloud computing. Upon completion, you should be able to understand the benefits and characteristics of cloud computing, create and use cloud accounts to store, manage, and share files, describe different types of cloud applications, and configure mobile notifications. Let us start with cloud computing concepts. Cloud computing is a word that is used today to refer to a number of different scenarios in which a computing resource, such as storage location or software, is delivered as a service over the internet. In networking, as you remember, there are client systems, those systems which request services and access to resources. Like for example, our mobile phones, laptops that we are using. And there are server systems, those systems that supply services and grant access to resources. In order to maintain a network on their own premises, companies typically invest thousands and thousands of dollars in server systems, server software, and trained IT staff. However, because high-speed broadband connections are available almost everywhere, network resources and functionality can be delivered quite efficiently and inexpensively over the internet. Accordingly, companies such as Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and countless others successfully provide hosted services to millions of users. And this is the start of cloud computing. A hosted service is provided by a server located outside your own network. For example, instead of maintaining its own email server, a company can pay for email services hosted on a Microsoft server, just like what we have now. Geotech is paying Microsoft to maintain our email services. Another example, instead of maintaining its own file server, a company can pay for file storage locations hosted on a Google or Microsoft server. For a monthly fee or subscription, companies can carry on a business using modern software and hardware without having to purchase and maintain the necessary resources. Let us move on with the three basic models for hosted services. The first one is Software as a Service, or also known as SaaS. This is the most commonly used model. This service is a software delivery model in which applications are hosted by a provider and made available to customers over a network connection or internet using a web browser. Many applications are delivered in this way, where username and password are required to access the applications. Gmail and Office 365 are examples of SaaS. The second model is Infrastructure as a Service, or IaaS. Virtual computing resources such as server space, storage space, network connections, and pool of IP addresses can be leased and accessed as services. The second model is Platform as a Service, or PaaS. This is an extension of IaaS. This service provides developers with environments in which to build applications. PaaS models includes the software and configurations required to create the platform in which developers can create apps and the platforms on which clients would access those apps. Let us move on with the benefits of cloud computing. The first one is reduced hardware cost. In order to use hosted services, you need an internet connection and a browser. So companies can just give computers to their employees and then they can remain productive. No need for additional infrastructure. The second one is the latest versions. When you subscribe to a hosted solution for software, like Office 365, you always get the latest versions of the software when you sign in. Another one is 24/7 access. Hosted services are always available as long as you have access to an internet connection. That means you can sign in any time from any place on any device that can access the internet. The only time a hosted service is not available is when there is a problem at the provider's end. The next advantage is the scalable storage capacity. Cloud services are associated with cloud storage space. For example, ONEDRIVE or iCloud. You have an access to a certain amount of open storage space on a hosted server depending on your subscription. Next one is local access to user files. Most hosted services make provision for storing a local, synchronized copy of all user files stored in the cloud. This ensures that you have an access to the latest version of your files even when internet service may not be available. Next is built-in backup. Hosted service providers back up their servers continuously. Storing your files on a hosted server is perhaps the safest method of backup available to consumers. And finally, highest security. Hosted service providers maintain a very high level of security on their systems. As long as you can keep your account and password private, your data is safe and secure in a cloud location. One of the important things in cloud computing is cloud account. Remember that in a cloud computing, resources and services are hosted off-site. They are hosted in the cloud. In order to access these hosted services and resources, you need an internet connection and a cloud account. One account can access all services. Just for example, Office 365. If you're going to log in, you will have an access to online Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Microsoft Teams, and a lot of web apps. Accounts can support and manage connected devices like your mobile phone and tablets. Let us check a Google account. Most cloud accounts provide a central place from which you can manage your account. So from this page, you can manage your account and sign in settings, track your login activity, control connected devices, edit your personal information, add account recovery information, see your storage space, set your account preferences, and more. The cloud storage on Google is called Google Drive, or simply Drive. If you would like to access your cloud drive, you need to sign into Google, and you need to click Google Apps, then click Drive. Let us have a sample. So we must open the Google Chrome and make sure you are signed in. Then here on the upper right, you will see an icon for Google Apps. Then you will see here Drive. Click it, and Google Drive will launch. To work with the Google Drive, you can use the buttons in the command bar to change the view. So it can be in the grid view or list view. You can select an item to activate the toolbar displays in the command bar. For example, this one. If I click it, new items will appear here on the command bar. You can use the toolbar buttons to work with the selected items. And if you click this more, you can access other options. Like you can open with, add shortcuts to Drive, move to another folder, add to start, rename, and so on. This is the root folder of Google Drive. It's called My Drive. This is where all the folders and files are created. It is also possible to have a local Google Drive folder to your file explorer. The local folder is linked and synced to your My Drive location. You can click here on the settings, then get Drive for desktop. This website will appear. So under the personal, just click download. Download backup and sync for Windows, So this is the license agreement, and if you have read it, agree and download. If your download does not begin, you can click this button. Then afterwards, the installation file will be downloaded to your downloads folder. Then afterwards, you can now install it on your computer. It is also possible to share cloud files. For example, if I would like to share this, clicking the file can view some options on the cloud bar. We have get shareable link and sharing to specific person. You can also right click on the file and you will see the same options. If you click get shareable link, this one will be copied to the clipboard, and then you can now share it to the public. Or sharing it to a specific person, just click that one, type the email address in here, and that person can edit the file, can comment, or can view. As you can see, there is also an option here for get shareable link. If you are finished, just click done. A Google Drive mobile app is also available for Android and iOS users. You can install and sign in to keep devices synchronized. Microsoft OneDrive is a cloud storage location as well as a site that provides built-in online Office web apps which you can use to create, edit, share, and collaborate on documents. Because OneDrive is hosted by Microsoft, a local OneDrive folder is automatically available in File Explorer in Windows 10. Let us browse OneDrive. You need to log in to office.com, and then you will see here OneDrive. Here on top, you will see the new button where you can create a new folder or create some Office documents. You can also upload files or folder in here. Similar with Google Drive, there are also ways to share a specific file on OneDrive. If you click it, you will see share buttons in here or copy link, or you can click show actions, and then you will see the same options. The first time you access the local OneDrive folder in the File Explorer, you are prompted to sign into OneDrive. You can drag files into the local folder, and OneDrive will automatically upload and synchronize them with your OneDrive folder in the cloud. If you don't have the OneDrive on your File Explorer, you can go to this website and download and install it. As shown a while ago, OneDrive web app is designed to run inside the browser. Similarly, OneDrive mobile app is also available for Android, iOS, and Windows 10 mobile. You can just install the app and sign in to keep devices synchronized. There is also cloud that is hosted by Apple, and it's called iCloud. It is integrated with iTunes and other Apple services. The iCloud connects you and all your Apple devices and services. If you would like to have an iCloud and you don't have a Mac computer, there is what you call as iCloud for Windows. You can sync your iOS devices with a Windows PC. There is also web-only access, where you can create documents that Mac or iOS users can access and work with. Another example of cloud is DROPBOX. It is integrated with Office Offline. You can upload and download content in the web interface or a local folder. It is automatically syncing between the local folder and the cloud. You can share Dropbox files via sharing links sent through email, text messages, or chat. Mobile apps are also available for Android and iOS. The cloud offers much more than simple online storage and online productivity apps. Some of the most widely used enterprise-level apps include Learning Management System or LMS and Customer Relationship Management or CRM apps. A learning management system is a software designed to deliver electronic training courses, track student progress, and generate performance reports. It is essentially an engine that powers e-learning. The most common implementation of an LMS includes two parts. First is the server component. This is the part that performs the core functions, where you can create, manage, and deliver courses. You can keep track of users and their progress, and so on. And the other one is user interface component. This is the part that runs inside the browser. It is the interface through which administrators, teachers, and students interact with the LMS. Think of a Moodle. We are accessing it through a browser. The CRM is the practice of managing and analyzing interactions with customers. The goal of CRM is to improve business relationship with customers, where they can increase customer retention and helping to drive sales growth. CRM software applications capture customer information across different points of contact, such as the company's website, telephone calls, live chat sessions, direct mailings, marketing materials, and social media. The captured information is consolidated and stored in a CRM database. Sales and marketing staff can access the database to view detailed information on customers' personal information, purchase history, buying preferences, and so on. The last slide is about mobile notifications. We know that notifications are updates about activity. So many apps that we use on our desktop and laptop machines have corresponding mobile apps that allow us to stay connected with our data and our contacts no matter where we are or what time it is. When you work on your desktop or laptop, visual and audio notifications alert you when you receive messages or when the scheduled time for an upcoming appointment is approaching. You can control notifications through your app settings or through your device's mobile operating system. That's the end of Lesson 6. If you have questions, do not forget to post it on Moodle. Until next time, bye-bye!